Good evening, general audience, for today's live streaming on DoraHacks blockchain hackathon at Singapore demo session. Today we have GHT verification joining us. They are a decentralized system using blockchain technology to verify people and objects. And they will be the first to present. And we also have Spherium Finance, which is an India-based protocol that is a mobile-first cross-chain wallet, which optimizes return on crypto assets while minimizing risks. So this live streaming two projects background they are the participants of DoraHacks and BSC blockchain hackathon in Southeast Asia region, and there are two great projects leading the development in the past few months. I believe GHT is from Vietnam, so I'll leave the introduction about GHT to you guys, to your team. And you can start any minute from now. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. And thank you. Our great pleasure to join with the event, with the hackathon hosted by DoraHacks and Binance. Our project is, the research outcome from the international team from US, the Netherlands, New Zealand, and Vietnam. And today, I would like to introduce our director of the Human Technology Interaction Lab, Mr. John Silvas, who we also have experience at the University of Eindhoven Research Group and also the UC Berkeley in USA in the past. And now I would like to give us stage to Mr. John.
Thank you so much, Mr. Duke. I hope everyone can hear me well. Indeed, my name is John Servas. I'm living in the Netherlands, but I'm collaborating on this project with the amazing team from GHT. As you already said, development is mainly an initiative in Vietnam, collaboration with New Zealand, the US, but basically all over the world. What we are trying to demo here today is the Global Human Trust Verification System, which comprises of three components. And if we quickly look at that, it's the G record, the G data, and the G verification. In the upcoming slides, I will discuss briefly what it is. We will show you some examples, some use cases, but please feel free to ask your questions. Also, if they are a bit more technical or in depth, no problem at all. I think the logical order would be to start with the G verification. This is a decentralized application which allows companies, but also persons, individuals, to access data of a person after that person or object has granted access, given permission. We do that using the blockchain technology. We use that. We use the technology, of course, to keep it open and transparent, but it will help setting up the community as a whole, because connected to it is the G record. It's a token, multi-chain, which would serve as the guest for the verification process. And why this is important, I will tell you in a little bit. The third part, and I think that's also a big part, but especially for the long term, for the future and the evolution of the platform, it's the G data, the global human trust data. This is a data science project. We started it to make sure that all the data that the blockchain is generating, but also all the use cases, etc., everything is generating data. And these days you want to aggregate everything, of course, to make sense of it, get insights. That is a completely parallel process, but it touches really on the technology of G verification and G record, everything, all the output. We need to get that together. So this is a research project that is also going on. Let's talk a little bit about multi-chains. Why? And why did we decide to go for BSC as well? Because initially we supported a different blockchain network. Well, one of the quotes, there's a necessity of integration to BSC. It's faster, it's cheaper. We can say it's higher in performance. And more user-friendly, but also if you make your technology available on multiple blockchains, it will help user adoption, which is, I think, a topic that will increase in importance over the coming years when we try to get all these nice new cool technologies out there in the real world, and hoping that the bigger communities, right, the end users, accept that and can easily work with it. I think it's a long way to go, but we will get there. We will get there as a community. Let's talk about the verification, G verification part. I already spoke about it. It's an application. It's decentralized. We build it on top of the Binance Smart Chain, but we want to cater to as many multi-chains as possible. We use the token for gas. This will include changes of record, but of course the verification process in itself, because we think it's important to also reward the user using the system, but not only for their use of it, but we ask them to give something of value to be verified. We will give a few examples, but one example might be your resume. If you companies would like to check your resume, make sure the person is really the person that they say they are hiring, right? Especially in the online community, everything is online now. So we, as a user, give our trust to the company that they can see our resume, and in return we get a little reward because we shared something of value to us. So if you look at it more from a process flow and the tokenomics behind it, you have the requesters. I would like to see your resume to check your credentials. So I need to pay some GHT as gas for my request. The person who is who's needing to supply the information, they will get the GHT in return. So that is why we set it up like this, to keep the community as a driver to increase use and to also make it worthwhile. Another use case, I think, one with a more societal impact. What we can do with the G verification system, you can also verify if someone tested positive on COVID, for example, if someone has gotten the vaccine already. Yes or no? I know in the world throughout in different countries, people speak about vaccination passports. All of this needs to be tracked, but there's also a great matter of trust involved, right? So you also want some clarity, some transparency, at least for the person involved. Here, I think it's a great use case for blockchain as well, and also a good way to see are we already there? Can we already use blockchain for use cases like a COVID tracker? If we go through the app, because we want to make it as easy to use as possible, you open the app. You basically get 4 menu items. I already spoke about it a little bit. You can verify your resume, your CV. It's an HR task, but also buildings, assets that you own, real estate, consumer goods. Now, of course, we pay with our credit cards. But we're very close, right, for more acceptance of coins worldwide in stores. And then, of course, the COVID-19 tracker. Yeah, we'll talk about it later. I couldn't hold my excitement. I really spoke about it. Yeah, in the app, if you verify a request, you can earn a reward. It goes by simple point and click. For example, if there's a questionnaire, we need to give some personal information. We need to answer the questions. We can submit it, and in return, we earn the GHT reward. There's a small process to claim the reward as well. That is to make sure that you also get your rewards out of the network. Like I said, the COVID-19 tracker, yeah, it's indeed linked to the corporate social responsibility, something that is resonating with a lot of larger companies, especially. And we can help there with helping the test units get that transparency and insight for all the COVID cases, but definitely the testing units and also the vaccination ones. So if you're seeing this and you would like to partner up with us, don't hesitate. We will get in touch with us. We will reach out, and we can always collaborate. Of course, easy to deposit some GHT into your account. I think that's always the key requirement of these kind of apps. How do you withdraw it? We also have a nice demo video. I'm looking at the time, and I think we have a few minutes to spare, so let's just click on the link.
Awesome, great.
With this, you can create an account, right?
Okay, let me stop the video here. So this was just a small demo video. You can watch it later on YouTube if you're interested. So G verification app available on the App Store and on Google Play. Scan the QR code; it will take you there. So if you are interested in the technical information, we have some background information on the smart contract, and that's on BSC scan, and we have the GitHub for the hackathon as presented here today. If you like more information, feel free to reach out. We're part of the DTS group, this initiative. If you want a direct email Duke at dtsgroup.co.nz. So for now, thank you very much for your time. I would like to end with the following. It was a great initiative. Very thankful that we could enter this tournament, especially because the GHT, we would like to bring a little bit trust back to the world. That's why we try to say it as often as we can. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, John. Thank you, everyone on the GHT team for joining us today. You guys did a great job. And guys, if you're interested in GHT's product, follow them in their official channels. Stay tuned with their most recent product and community updates. And I found your product really, really not only interesting, but also solves many great needs of the community members at the moment. So yeah, really happy to have you today with us.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So thank you very much.
Of course. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Thank you.